I text my friend Tiara, and I'm like, yo, I ain't come on, but I'm gonna wait a week and blah blah blah. She was like, you don't think you're pregnant, right? I'm like, I hope not. The fuck not. I hope not. No, 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 of course not. No, no, I'm not pregnant. No. Okay, hello, it's your girl Jazmin Dennise here, back with another video. And this time, before we get into all that, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe down below, or you can just continue to watch, like, comment, share, blah blah blah. I'm gonna say the same thing at the end. So yeah, but this video is obviously, you can read by the title, the story of, I'm sorry, it's my same setup. If you watch the last video, it's my setup. So my mirror behind there acting as my monitor, so I can see what my camera sees, so I can make sure everything lined up. All right. Oh shoot. So yes, I am here to talk about when I found out, symptoms, and easy bodily changes that I knew off rip, that I knew wasn't normal as in like not my monthly schedule normal, so I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into it. So we're gonna date it back to June. So my boyfriend's currently not here. He's away for the military. So around June, when it was the last month, the month before he left, I went to Indy to help him move out of his apartment. And that was the week of June 19th? Yeah, okay, so the week of June 19th, so that was a Friday. So I probably left Thursday. I don't remember exactly. So Thursday through Sunday, I probably stayed there and blah, blah, blah. And I was helping him. Like, he had mostly everything moved out anyway, so I was just there, like, getting the bigger parts, like his futon, his bed. I ain't touch his bed. He thought I was gonna touch his bed. I ain't touch his bed. I just helped with the futon and helped with like last bags that he had left and stuff like that. But yeah, of course, I was up there, I think, for like 2-3 days, and like any other couple do, they do the, so I ain't think none of it. Time go past, and I ain't see him till the week of him leaving. So that was in July. So the first week of July, the day before 4th of July, if you hear like dog tags, my dog is right here. He's having an attitude because he can't come over here. But the first week of July, I went to his grandparents' house because that's where he was staying at, because he moved out of his apartment. So he stayed there for X amount of time until it was time for him to go. So the first week of July was when I went there. So see, for the last week, so July 3rd through the 6th. Now, we was at his grandparents July 3rd, 4th, and the 5th is when we went to a hotel. And of course, like any other couple, all right, boom, I ain't think none of it. I actually did. You know what's funny? Before I bypass this, so now looking back at it, I was like, damn, I should have probably noticed it at that time, but it didn't. Maybe, I don't know, it just wasn't in my head that I was possibly pregnant. So when we was in the hotel before, he bought wine, because he's a wine drinker. So he was like, have some, and I tried the wine he usually drinks before, but I never actually had a whole cup. So he poured me, and I don't remember what wine it was. He poured me a cup of wine, and I literally couldn't drink it. Like, I was like, and which was weird because I tried it before and it was good, and I was like getting another cup of it, but this time I was like, I was like, this nasty. And like, I was legit struggling to drink it. Like, it was like really bad. Like, I don't know, it just tasted disgusting. My body just didn't feel right. So now I still didn't think none of it. I just maybe thought like, maybe the wine's just disgusting, whatever. So I didn't think none of it. Bypass that. Boom. He leaves, and I was supposed to come on my period the week, let me see, July 15th. So, okay, so after what I noticed what my period has done in the past year, not in the past, well, past 2 to 3 years, it decided to do this window thing. Instead of like every 21 days like I used to, my period comes every 21 to 24 days. So I have to count out 21, 22, 23, 24 days. And between those 4 days, I'm gonna come on one of those days. It just was like, it's been like that for the past 3 years. I don't know what made it change like that, because I used to be every 21, but now it's every between 21 to 24 days. So whatever day it wants to fall on. So I was supposed to come on between the 15th and the 17th. 17th was a Friday or whatever. So, ain't thinking none of it. I want to say maybe like the 12th, July 12th, a couple days before that, my window of when I was supposed to come on. I ain't think none of it, whatever, you know, it's getting closer. But I did notice one thing. I went to the bathroom and I was getting in the shower, and I'm looking at my boobs, and I'm like, they look kind of big. And I'm like, maybe I never paid attention to my boobs when I'm about to come on, because you know, some people's, like mine's get more sensitive, so they're like a little tender. Some women probably don't deal with that, but mine's, I always dealt with that, like tender boobs, but I never noticed them swelling or any of that. And I was looking like, okay, let's be adults here. So I was looking at my areolas, and I'm like, they look kind of big. What the I ain't had no little areolas, but these bad boys look a little big today. But I was like, maybe they're always like that, and I never paid attention to it. Like, I don't be staring at my boobs. So, but for some reason it just caught my attention. It was a few days actually before my window. I ain't think none of it. So I want to say, as it got into the window, I assumed that I wasn't gonna come on the 21 day. I just assumed. I said maybe I'm gonna come on Friday or Saturday. Ain't think none of it. My boobs did, and I'm looking at them every single day. I looked at them like, do my boobs always this big during like my period? Now that's a symptom, whatever, bodily change. So I'm sitting here like, okay. Now it gets closer to Friday, Saturday, and I'm like, so it's Thursday, so what would that be, 16th? So I'm like, all right, I ain't on yet. I ain't come on. Then the 17th rolled around, I ain't on. I'm just thinking like, okay, well, the longest I missed my period was a week. So I'm assume I'm literally freaking out looking up stuff, but I didn't tell him yet because I was like, I didn't want to like worry him because he is not here. And of course, knowing him, he was not gonna believe me. He probably gonna be like, really, girl, like really, Jazmin? So I didn't think none of it. So I text my friend Tiara, and I'm like, yo, I ain't come on, but I'm gonna wait a week and blah blah blah. She was like, you don't think you're pregnant, right? I'm like, oh no, the fuck not. I hope not. Oh no, of course not. No, I'm not pregnant. No. So as time go by, I told her I'm gonna wait a week. I think I ain't tell him till that Tuesday. So mind you, so it's already past the 17th, the week I was supposed to come on my period. So 18, 19, 20. So I want to say it was the 20th. So July 20th, which is a Monday. If my dates ain't messed up, but July 20th is a Monday. So I think I told him around Tuesday. So the 21st, I told him like, hey, I missed my period, but I'm gonna give it a few more days. Now, Tuesday, I remember this exact time. So on Tuesday, that week right there, I was extremely tired. Like, no offense to anybody that does have this, but it felt like I would randomly fall asleep in the middle of doing something. Like, I feel like I had narcolepsy. Like, it was like ridiculous how I literally, like, in the middle of, like, I was on my computer typing something and I fell asleep. I was in the middle of, like, I fell asleep eating. Like, I was extreme, like, I was like passing out tired. And I wake up like, what the fuck? And I don't even remember going to sleep. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I was just falling asleep every day on the couch. Like, just passed out. Like I worked a 24, or like I said 24, like I worked a 12-hour shift. Like that's how hard, and I will crash. And it felt like if I didn't go to sleep, I felt so drained and I didn't know why. And I'm like, why am I feeling like this or whatever? And that started Tuesday. That's when I started noticing. So Tuesday, every single day from that day, on that Tuesday, the 21st, I was falling asleep. And it was around the same exact time every day I would fall asleep. And it would be random in the middle of something. And the thing is, I won't even feel tired. Like I won't yawn, nothing. But all of a sudden I just fall asleep. That's how bad it was. And I was looking up symptoms like, bro. And when I said, and of course, Google, pregnant, I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So same day on that Tuesday, I started feeling, and I also, a new symptom I had during my period was I will cramp the day before I come on. Now that started 2 years ago, which is odd because usually I will cramp the day of I come on, but no, I cramp for 2 days now. I cramp the day before and the day of. So, I felt a cramp, but it wasn't a normal cramp. It was like an uncomfortable feeling. And it felt odd. Like it just felt really, really odd. And I did not like the feeling at all. And it was just like, it didn't hurt. It just was like, ooh. And it would last for like a minute and then go away and it wouldn't do it the rest of the day. So I'm thinking like, okay, I came on. And that's when I would go check and come on. Wednesday roll around. Fall asleep. I cramp a little bit for like 40 seconds. Check. Still ain't on. Thursday roll around. Cramped again. I did it 3 days in a row. I cramped. But it wasn't like, it was a weird cramp. I don't even know how to describe it. It felt like a cramp, but not in how my periods would feel. So I felt the cramp and I'm like, okay, I had to come on. So Friday rolled around. I'm texting my friend as this stuff is happening. And I'm texting her like, hey, I still ain't come on, blah, blah, blah. She like, bro, you gotta take this. Like, you sure you ain't pregnant? I'm like, I don't want to believe that. I don't think I am. And when I finally told him, he asked like, did you come on? I was like, no. So Friday rolled around and I'm like, yo, Saturday, I'm gonna wait till Saturday. Like I had this thing like, I'm gonna wait till Saturday and hold on. Okay. I'm gonna wait till Saturday to do whatever. And I'm like really panicking because I still ain't on. Still ain't even telling my mama none. So it's only between me, my friend Tiara, and my boyfriend. So I'm looking up stuff like, okay, when should you wait to take a pregnancy test? It said, wait a week after you were supposed to come on. So I was like, okay, Saturday would be perfect. But I'm gonna buy it on Sunday to make sure I go the full week and take it on a Monday. Because I was panicking. I was trying to prolong it as long as I could. So I text him that. He was like, no, just buy it. No, he said just buy it and then just take it when you get it. I was like, no, I want to make sure I get the full week because it says wait a week after your missed period. So I said, okay. So he was like, okay, do whatever. So it rolls around to Saturday and I was asleep and I woke up out of my sleep because I felt a cramp. Like now this one actually woke me up out my sleep and I rushed to the bathroom like, oh, I see blood. So I'm running to the bathroom. I check, still ain't on. I'm like, yo, there's no way. I cannot be pregnant. I cannot be pregnant. I cannot be pregnant. Oh, I even missed some other stuff. So we're back it up. So, okay, before Saturday, before I woke up, blah, 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 I actually went to go visit my mom at work for lunch. And that day I did nails. And, I stopped and got me a McDonald's breakfast sandwich because I didn't have time to make any, like a PB&J or anything. So I just stopped. And for some reason, and the funny part was that Thursday night before nails, I was looking up like symptoms. And one of the symptoms was some pregnant women will taste metal when they eat meat. Y'all, so that Friday morning, I went to go get me some McDonald's and ate that sandwich. It tasted like metal. I lost my appetite. Like I was even hungry. I spit it back out and I freaked out like, yo, I seen that on Google. Oh my God. I'm freaking out in the car on my way for my client. And then after I did my client, I actually went out there to meet my mom for her lunch break. And I told her and she looked at me and she's like, And she ain't say nothing. And I was like, what? No, I'm not. And she was like, I ain't say nothing. I'm like, no, don't wish that on me. Saturday when I was asleep, I woke up out of my sleep because I was like, yo, I felt the cramp, ran to the bathroom. Hopefully I saw what I thought I saw and I didn't. Boom. And then Sunday hit. I text my friend Tierra, yo, I'm not on. I'm about to go by the pregnancy test. She like, let me know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then I text my boyfriend, like, I'm gonna buy them today and take them Monday. He was like, no, just when you buy them, take them. So I'm like, and I already had to go pick some up because I had to go to Walmart and get my my dog some dog food anyway. So I went up there. Yeah, this is when I knew it's a lot of COVID babies, because when I say that pregnancy area, the pregnancy test area was literally dang near gone. Like, and I was looking for the digital ones, because I didn't want the plus or minus. I wanted the digital one that says pregnant or not pregnant. I saw, and they only had the 4-pack. So I thought it said all digital. Come to find out it was 2 digital and 2 plus or minus. Didn't know that till I got home. So I get home and my friend, Zavante, he comes down and was like, hey, well, he calls and was like, hey, can I do my homework at your house? And I said, I don't care. So he comes down, he's in the dining room, he's doing his homework. I'm in the living room and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm already home after I did my Walmart trip. I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna just go take it, whatever. So I grabbed the test, nobody knows. Still outside of my boyfriend and my friends here, nobody knows. So I went in the box, grabbed the test, and that's when I realized it was a plus or minus. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna take it. Hopefully it ain't like a bad one or anything. So I took it, and that bad boy didn't waste no time. That was the most boldest plus sign I've ever seen. I said, ah. Like, when I say I saw that plus sign on that, and I literally looked at that chicken in that court video, like, that was my face. Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, I was literally, and I don't know, literally what I just did right there, that stutter, that's literally how I felt. Like, I didn't cry. I didn't know how to feel because it didn't feel real. I felt like I had an out-of-body experience. Like, I looked like I was watching myself look at the pregnancy test. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it like, that says plus. And I try to turn it like sideways to be like, oh, maybe it'd be different. Nah, it didn't matter. That bad boy was bold, dark blue. Like, it was bold. I said, oh. So I go out the bathroom and I go near my friend and I put it in front of him. I said, bro, he sounds like, what is that? I was like, what do you think it is? He was like, you pregnant? And I was like, shut up. I'm like, nigga, mom, shut up. People here. So I was like, go outside, go outside. And of course, as soon as we go outside, I'm telling her, he was like, you tell your mom? I was like, no. She pulls up. I'm like, oh my God, of course you pull up as soon as I had this conversation. Really? Okay. So she's like, what y'all talking about? And I was like, nah, we just out here talking. And I think she kind of had an idea, like, what's going on? Like, y'all acting weird. So she just goes in the house. And he was like, when you gonna tell her? I was like, well, I live with her, so I gotta tell her. I don't know, I can hide it that long. So, as time went by, I text my friend, I think like 30 minutes go by. I text my friend here like, yo, I took a pregnancy test and that bitch said positive. I'm about to take another one, and I told her like I didn't know it was a plus or minus, so I'm gonna take a digital one, and I feel like that one's gonna solidify if I am or not. She said, do you want me to come over to make sure or whatever? And I was like, yes, please, but if you want to, if you're busy, don't worry about it. So she ended up coming over. I waited till she came, and she was like, let me know how the test goes. So I did wait like 15-20 minutes thinking like, okay, I'm gonna have to pee again because I'm nervous, but no. So I started chugging water, and I'm looking up like, you're not supposed to be chugging water like that because of I guess it dilutes the pee so it can mess up the results or whatever, but it didn't matter in my case. I go in my room, make sure I grab a digital one, go in the bathroom, and I take it. Now, those take like 2 to 3 minutes. It didn't feel like no 2 to 3 minutes. It looked like I think it took like a minute to get through. Bro, when I saw pregnant, all I did was let out this loud laugh. Like, I was like, I just was in awe. Like, I didn't know how to feel. I was like, yo, this can't be real. Me, a mom. What? I go out there, I'm standing in front of my friends, and I'm like, yo, this test say positive. And they looking at each other, and my first mom, he was like, how you gonna tell your mom? And I was like, I guess. And Tierra was like, well, you gonna have to tell her. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I live with her. So I'm gonna just do it today. And before I do it, I'm on the phone with my boyfriend. I end up calling him like, no, both these tests are positive. So I send it to him, and he's like, whoa, hold on. I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell my mom. I'm gonna call you back. So he was like, okay, let me know how it goes. So I hang up, and then I call my mom in there, and I was like, if you know me, I do my annoying ass ma call. So she comes in and she was like, what? And I was like, I gotta talk to you. And she was like, okay. She come in, and I just said, here you go. And I slid it in front of her, and she just looked at it. She was like, I knew it, just based on your symptoms and how you was acting. And she was like, I kind of figured. My mom was like, well, how do you feel? And I was like, I don't know, honestly. I feel blank. I feel like a giant ass question mark. So she calls my stepdad in there, and I don't know what it was, but she gave him the pregnancy test and was like, look, and he looks at it. I don't know what it was. I just busted into tears. Just like, Mia, mom, right now, I'm broke as hell. And I told my mom I want to find a black doctor, and we ended up contacting a doctor. So by the time I contacted them, I couldn't get an appointment till August 5th. So that's when my appointment was. I went, and that appointment was just a confirmation, just to make sure you are pregnant. Like, they can't really do anything else. So they did a confirmation, and they was like, yeah, you're very much pregnant. And I was like, okay, thank you. So after that, then they told me to come back another week. They was like, and they doing the ultrasound. And then, yeah, that's when they told me I was 8 weeks and 5 days. So mind you, I'm thinking, me and my boyfriend originally thought I possibly could have got pregnant the night we was at the hotel. When she said 8 weeks and 5 days, I traced it back to the week I went to go help him out. Like, it literally fell on that same exact day. When she said 8 weeks, 5 days, I was like, oh my gosh, like 8 weeks ago, I was at his place. So I'm like, oh my God. And I was like 8 weeks, 5 days from that date. I was makes sense. So I was like, wow. So I've been pregnant that whole time. That's why that alcohol was nasty as hell in that hotel. And I was having these weird cravings, and it was just a lot. But I did, like, the symptoms that really stood out to me was my boobs. Like, I have big boobs for a small girl. Like, I'm very slim. So I had big boobs for a small girl. So when I noticed they was a little bit bigger than usual, and I'm like, that don't look normal. And then my areolas was huge. I'm like, what? And then the cravings. Oh, I did crave awkwardly all the time was like a smoothie and hot Cheetos at the same time, like that sweet and salty taste. I wanted both of them, and I actually ended up trying. It's actually not that bad. I was falling asleep a lot. The metal, when I ate the sandwich, it tasted like metal. It was too many symptoms that was similar to pregnancy that made me realize, like, maybe this is pregnancy, but I was in so much denial, like, no, you're not pregnant, that I am. But it's cool. Fast forward to now, 6 months on Saturday. Oh, and I did have a lot of breakouts. Like, it was a lot of breakouts, like right here, right here. Extremely tired. The cravings, the metal tasting, the awkward cramping. Because when I looked it up, obviously, when I was going through that phase, I guess that was the implantation stage. Because not every woman will feel it, but when I described to my doctor, she said that possibly could have been implantation. Not 100% sure, but that could have been it. Just because of the way I was describing it, she said that's what it sounds like. So, yeah. But it's cool. Like I said, 6 months on Saturday. Couldn't be any more excited to meet baby Z. And if you don't know by now, if you didn't see my last video of gender reveal, pregnancy brain is so bad, y'all. If you ain't seen my video gender reveal or my last video about free goodies, check those out. Why not? Give you girls some views. So I'm actually having fun with this baby stuff. I don't know what I should do next. I guess go over my baby registry, because right now I'm in the middle of recording like room transformation, because like I said, don't mind my bright green ass walls. So because this is 14-year-old me, this is not me now, this is 14-year-old me, 14, 15. My favorite color is green, so that's why I chose this. But let me stop rambling. And like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna say it again. If you have not subscribed, hit subscribe. Please. I'm begging you. Please. Anyways, check me out. More videos. I'm gonna try to get videos out every Wednesday. I'm gonna try. Thanks for watching and see you in another video. Peace.